Distinguished guests, partners and friends, greetings from New York. It's a great privilege to join you today for the launch of the International Year of Glaciers Preservation, an initiative that Tajikistan proudly spearheaded at the United Nations. I extend my deepest gratitude to the United Nations University Institute for Water, Environment and Health, the Canadian initiative in support of the United Nations International Year of Glaciers Preservation, and the Whyte Museum of the Canadian Rockies for hosting this important event. I would also like to recognize the strong partnership between Tajikistan and the United Nations University Institute for Water, Environment and Health, which was formalized through a Memorandum of Understanding signed in September 2024. This collaboration was led by Professor Kova Madani and supported by experts like Bob Sanford. Taking this opportunity, I wish to thank them both for initiating this important partnership. Dear participants, glaciers are retreating at an unprecedented rate globally, with significant implications for sea level rise and freshwater resources. WMO State of the Global Climate 2023 report highlights that records were broken for glaciers retreat, among other climate indicators, underscoring the accelerating impact of climate change. In the European Alps, glaciers have lost about one-third of their volume since 2000. The Himalaya Hindu Kush mountain range, often referred to as a third pole, is losing ice at unprecedented rates. According to ECMOD, these glaciers could lose up to 75% of their volume by the end of the century. This would threaten the water supply of the nearly 2 billion people who rely on the major river system fed by glaciers melt. With over 13,000 glaciers, Tajikistan holds a pivotal role as a water tower of the Central Asia. Tragically, more than 1,000 of our glaciers have disappeared in recent decades due to climate change. The Wanjiak glaciers, formerly known Fechengo glaciers, the largest non-polar glacier in the world, has retreated by approximately 1 kilometer between 1993 and 2006, losing significant surface area in recent years. Canada, with its vast glaciers landscapes, also faces similar challenges. Glaciers in the Canadian Rockies, for instance, are projected to lose over 90% of their mass by 2100. So, dear friends, these trends demand urgent collective action to preserve glaciers as vital sources of fresh water and buffers against climate extremes. Therefore, recognizing the urgency of this crisis, Tajikistan has taken the lead in advocating for glaciers preservation at the global level. Our commitment is reflected in the adoption of UNGA Resolution 77/158 declaring 2025 as the International Year of Glaciers Preservation and designating March 21st as a World Glaciers Day. The resolution established a trust fund under UN umbrella in support of activities for glaciers preservation, and we have already financially contributed to it, with the hope that others will follow our steps. Additionally, Tajikistan and France facilitated the adoption of the Decade for Cryospheric Sciences 2025-2034, providing a roadmap for advancing research and action on cryospheric issues. We now have two important processes, dear colleagues. Now it's time to focus on their implementation. Looking forward, I am pleased to announce two significant upcoming platforms to do this. On March 21st, Tajikistan, with its partners, including member states and UN agencies, will host a high-level event in New York to launch World Glaciers Day, alongside World Water Day. From May 29 to 31st, Dushanbe will host the high-level International Conference on Glaciers Preservation, focusing on advancing the mandates of the International Year of Glaciers Preservation Resolution and the Decade for Cryospheric Sciences. I warmly invite you to join us in this important event and actively contribute to it, including its preparatory process. To conclude, dear participants, as we embark on this year of action, let us recognize glaciers as not only environmental treasures but vital lifelines for billions around the world. Their preservation is critical for water availability, climate stability, and the survival of future generations. Together, through bold action, scientific innovation, and strengthened partnership, we can ensure these invaluable resources endure. I thank you.